What's going on, guys? We are back here with some more Aetherdrift Standard, and Monument to Endurance is the name of the game today. With Tarkir Dragonstorm on the horizon, the format is definitely... I don't know if stale is the right word, because there are still new decks popping up here and there, but it does seem like the metagame has definitely stabilized to the point where you are expecting a lot more to play against Pixie and Domain and Red decks, but there's still some things in Aetherdrift that we haven't quite explored. Now, Monument to Endurance is not one of those cards because we have played this card a lot on the channel, and we've even played a very similar Boros version to this not too long ago. But this particular version I found in a challenge, I want to say top 16, from Willie Edel, Pro Tour Hall of Famer, and Willie decided to register this particular deck list for the challenge, and it is very similar to what we played before with the addition of Screaming Nemesis. Now, let me just kind of go over the general concept of this deck for people who may not have seen the previous video. So the idea is you are trying to abuse Monument to Endurance as much as possible. This is an artifact that pays you off for discarding cards, and whenever you do, you can either draw a card, make a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. And you can do that once per turn, but that includes your turn and your opponent's turn. So if you have instant speed ways to discard, you can kind of circumvent the once per turn by doing it on yours and their turn. And the best way to do that is Guardian of New Benalia, which is a pretty unassuming 2-mana creature. It's a 2-mana 2/2. It has Enlist, which I would say comes up maybe once every 50 games. I really have not enlisted that much. Maybe I should be enlisting more, but I'm not sure. Anyways, the important ability is discard a card to give it indestructible until end of turn and tap it. So that is a instant speed way to discard cards that does not require you to spend additional mana. So what happens is when you have a monument in play, you discard. You can start cycling cards by discarding and drawing, and then using extra cards to drain them for 3. When it gets really out of control is once you find the second monument, because every time you're discarding 1 card, you're drawing 2. So basically you're +1, and then that extra card that you draw, you can just discard to deal them 3. So it basically is discard 0 cards to deal your opponent 6 damage on your turn, and then deal them 6 on their turn. They die very quickly. They don't get many turns from there. Now, normally you'd have to draw 2 copies of Monument, but there's a really cool card here from Phyrexian All-Be-One that happens to just kind of be in the mana base, where Mycosynth Gardens allows you to copy a non-token artifact with mana value X. So if you have a monument in play, you can pay 3 and the Gardens to copy the monument, and then you can kind of pop off from there. And there's a very kind of generic curve where you go turn 2 Guardian, turn 3 Monument, turn 4 Gardens, copy it, and they basically just die from there. So the rest of this deck is kind of taking advantage of a little bit more Monument synergies. So like for example, you have Fear of Missing Out and Inti Seneschal of the Sun, as well as Phyrexian Dragon Engine to kind of discard more cards, utilizing those discard cards with Reanimation, because discarding creatures and getting them back with Recommission and Helping Hand, pretty powerful. We are playing 4 Recommission and only 2 Helping Hand. Before you ask, yes, I know that Helping Hand costs less mana. Recommission, believe it or not, can also return artifacts. So if you have a monument in the graveyard, because you either put it there with an Elegant Parlor or discarded it, or maybe your opponent killed it or discarded it, you can just get it back. But the big change here to this list from the previous version that we played is the addition of Screaming Nemesis, which might seem kind of obvious. It's just a very, very good red creature. It doesn't necessarily synergize with Monument or the graveyard or artifacts or anything like that, but it's just a really messed up creature. And it happens to be very good when you're getting it back with Recommission and Helping Hand. So I'm a little surprised we didn't try this before, just sort of upping the card quality and having more individually powerful cards, but it makes a lot of sense. There's not a lot to say about Nemesis other than it just kind of solos other red matchups. It combined with Sheltered by Ghosts, like it's just very, very difficult for the red decks to beat that kind of setup. So it makes a lot of sense. And then the removal spells, we have 4 Sheltered, 4 Torch, and 1 Burst Lightning. And then that is pretty much it for the main deck. You do have 4 Elegant Parlors. Not as much of a fan of tap lands, but when you're playing with Recommission and Helping Hand, does make a lot of sense. And then as far as the sideboard is concerned, we are really respecting Domain, because we're playing 20 non-basic lands and 4 Sunspine Lynxes. There's just a lot of Domain. I don't know what else to say. It is the single best card against Domain. It's also pretty good against Pixie, too. A couple of Destroy Evils for Domain, Shieldred, stuff like that. Pyroclasm for red, Loran for Domain, Ghost Vacuum for Graveyard, Beza for red. Most of the sideboard cards are fairly self-explanatory. But yeah, that's it. That is the newest take on Boros Monument. Played this deck on stream. Absolutely loved it. And I think you guys are going to enjoy today's video. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Yeah, I'm in with this. All right, give me a little surveil. Do I think in a wild world there could be some mix of Monument with Cat Pack deck? What's the synergy there? Like, why would you want to be playing Monument with Cat Pact? I kind of forget that Cat Pact is legal in Standard. Of all the things that we've been trying with, like, you know, Aetherdrift, and with all the things we've been trying with Aetherdrift and Foundations, I just kind of totally forgot that we had Cat Pact still legal. I don't think Cat Pact is very good, but it is fun. Yeah, I'll take. It's more with Greed's Gambit. Remind me the text on Greed's Gambit again. Mucho texto. Draw 3, gain 6, make 3. End step, discard, lose 2, sack a creature. Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. So the idea is that you end step, you discard a card, and that benefits with the monument. Sure, I could buy that. I guess I'll kill it. I'm kind of surprised they would target the Paw Patch. But I guess that makes more sense if they suspect that I have a torch. But this kind of worked out for me. Huh. Two. Okay, I think there's a way that I can get a second monument in play. But it's kind of weird. Where I have to go Benalia, discard Vantage, make a treasure, play Gardens. On their turn, discard Help. No, that's just worse, right? Okay, let's start here and cycle this. Well, new plan, I guess. I guess this is a new plan, huh? You take 3. Helping Hand back the Nemesis. And then probably hold the Gardens to protect the Guardian. Send for 2. Okay, well, they're just off it. What else am I cutting for these Bezas? Maybe just 1 engine. Maybe just 2 engines? I don't want to cut anything else. If you're so inclined, of course, you know. I'm not trying to force you or anything, but only if you want to. Pashby, thank you for the 18 months. Torch the tower. Oh yeah, I gotta change my title. Hold please. Standard Boros Monument. That is the one thing you're allowed to backseat, by the way, is the title. If I don't update my title, you can backseat me on that. You know, I am in fact not afraid of ghosts. So I will not kill your Manifold Mouse. Sorry for the times where I take your trolling too far. You can troll as much as you want. I don't give a shit if you troll, man. You've triggered my trap card. Okay, sure. Deal. Yeah, I don't know how they kill this Guardian. Is it just unkillable for them? I think it's legitimately unkillable. Like, the Sheltered Guardian is just GG against them, isn't it? Your turn. This is like the... What was that card in Ixalan? Was the 2-mana 1/1, whenever it attacked, it got +2/+0, and you could pay 4 life to give it indestructible? That is a requirement, by the way. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Will, thank you for the 2,200 year resub. I did not realize that I had been alive that long, but it turns out that I'm invincible, apparently. Longhorn Legend, thank you for the Prime. The 5-year resub. It was all a dream. I don't need the second Gardens, do I? I don't think I do. Convoker. We have spotted the Convoker. I do really like the that blue-red enchantment. Seems unbelievable in Convoke. I forgot the name of it already, but the new blue-red enchantment looks gas in this deck. Okay. Well, how about I just kill your shit? How about if we do that? Yeah, the Siege. The Siege looks dope. Frostcliff Siege is the one. Yeah, that card seems really good in Convoke. You want to try it in Goblins? Oh, with Krenko? Holy, I didn't think about it with Krenko. Wow, that sounds insane. That is an interaction that I had not thought about. Wow. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. You're just like, not only does it give your Krenko haste, but it also gives all of your other tokens that you make off the Krenko. Those also get haste. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, if you go to magicspoiler.com, it should show you most, if not all of the cards that got spoiled. In this situation, how much would the camel cost for our opponent? Camel would cost 2. Because I dropped out of high school. You can't really play the camel in Convoke, though, because the camel cannot be hit off of Night Errant Eos. So I don't think it's a card you really want to play in Convoke. Ow, 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 ow. This is not good, by the way. I think we have entered the defensive stance. Defensive portion of this game. Surely they don't have the second recruiter, right? It's probably worse for me. The Siege has one mode, best mode. Yeah, the other mode's terrible. But the +1/+0 haste trample to every single one of your creatures is busted. And I think good enough to consider playing it, you know? Like, you don't really need to do much else past that. That ability is just so good. And is it? Yeah, you can splash for it in your Mono Red Goblins deck or your Boros Convoke deck. It's not that hard to splash for it. Surely their last card's not another Immodanes, right? Surely they won't draw the Immodanes. Alrighty then. Well. I got some Pyroclasms. That's good. It's good news. I guess I bring in Beza too. I don't really know. Intis can maybe go. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, I had to when they had the second recruiter, you know. Okay. Well, here's the plan. It's a pretty complicated plan, so you may need to write this one down. Step 1, play land. Okay, we're on step 1. Step 2, play second land. Step 3, tap for 2 mana. All right, this is where you're going to lose me, okay? Step 4, cast Pyroclasm. That's the plan, okay? Just make sure you write that down. You played Parlor on turn 2? Well, that's your fault. I guess I didn't specify which order to play your lands in, but, you know. I just kind of assumed you could figure that out. You know, I was thinking about casting Pyroclasm, but now I kind of want to wait. Is that insane? Kind of insane, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Pyroclasm. I discarded my monument. Why would I do that? All right, your turn. Novice. Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Can you not? Okay, well, I guess I should have waited on the Pyroclasm, huh? Turns out that I maybe should have not stuck to my own plan. I think we got to play defense here. I mean, I want to put the monument into play, but I just don't really think that I can. Especially if they have a recruiter this turn. Really? Trying to think if the 5 damage matters. 13, and then even if I get 2 monuments in play, it's 12, so it doesn't really change the clock that much. I'm just gonna kill this. Okay. You didn't cover what step 5 is? There is no step 5. There wasn't supposed to be a step 5. If I'm being honest. Okay, I found out what step 5 is. You thought it'd be 1 damage 5 times? Yeah, I actually thought that's kind of how it would work too. Let me read the case again. It says, each creature you control deals 1 damage to that creature. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. Oh, but I guess it's part of the resolution of the spell, so it is just like, you know, even though each individual source deals the damage, it's all at once, I think is how that works. Apparently. We're training the troops. The troops are being trained as we speak. All right, playing defense. And the phone is on. I don't have to attack them. I can just kill them with Monument. Like, this isn't even that good of an attack, right? They're going to make it, because... oh, they're actually just dead, right? Yeah, I just deal them 3, they go to 12. Then, on my turn, recommission the other Monument. Yeah, I think they're just dead. So, recommission Monument. Discard here. Draw 2. I could have attacked first, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're a 12. I can kill them on their upkeep. I could have obviously done that a little bit better, but you know, it's one of those situations where you have, you know, maybe 10 different ways to achieve lethal, and it's like what is the fanciest way that you can get lethal? I mean, Guardian of Nemesis does seem pretty good against them. That curve. Is this Jerry T list? I do not know because I have not seen Jerry's list. I got this list from an MTGO challenge from Willie Edel. It's possible that it could be the same list, but I did not have the Jerry posted a list like this. Right on time, huh? Something being on the draw versus being on the play. That would never happen, would it? Do I ever lose all my ladder progress in 2 days because you wanted to try a bad deck? Yeah, when Tonber sent me the Esper Ketramos Yorion deck, I went 0-5. And I went from like number 600 to 95%. And that wasn't even my fault because I wasn't even playing my own deck. But it happens to me all the time. All the time. You said sorry? Yeah, the Caves incident too. Hey, at least I won a match with Caves. Would you trade a land for a gain 3? I think I would. Dun, 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 dun. The more I play with this Guardian card, it's just really good. Even if you're not like doing a ton of synergy with it, it's just a really good card. Obviously, it's insane with Monument, but just kind of a good card by itself. Can't afford to cycle now, can I? It does get me 1 card deeper to find the Pyroclasm, but if I cycle, I can't block this turn. So it's basically, I have to decide right now if I want to pay 1 life to draw a card, but it could be 2 life, right? It's actually kind of a close decision. And I guess the other thing we have to think about is, can I just kill them? If I go 3 now, 3 on their turn, that's 14. Then 6 on my turn, 6 on their turn, that's 2. So it's 1 activation short. Yeah, so I'm a turn off of killing them anyways. We just let it happen. Do you have somewhere to be or something? All right, well, now it's Pyroclasm or bust. So I guess I will just block here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. I think I might just be dead even if I draw Pyroclasm. So maybe it has to be like Pyroclasm and Sheltered. Close. Oh, but I can kill them if I just discard the torch, right? No, I think I have it. Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. I think I might just have it. I can also attack, yeah. Yeah, I think I just have it, right? Yeah, untap. Combat. Assuming I did my math right, I think I have it. And then we go play land, play monument. Then I go discard Beza. I might be a card short, right? Or no, I think I have exactly enough. Discard here. Treasure. Treasure. 1, 2, 3. Copy there. Discard here. Dome you for 9. Holy shit, this deck is so sick. I love this deck so much. I love this deck so much. It's like Xaxes too, right? God, I feel like this deck can make you feel really smart sometimes, you know. The Dex tab. I don't know if I've ever seen a Dex tab. Is that new? That's got to be new, right? It will go away when you buy everything in the store. Sounds like some propaganda. The Pro Tour decks. I thought those weren't getting added for another couple of weeks, though. Yeah, keep that. Yeah, because I know they recently there was an article that said they were going to be adding Pro Tour decks to Magic Arena, but I didn't know exactly when that was going to happen. Was it this patch? Okay. Are they going to try and kill the Guardian again? Try if you may. You could keep trying to kill it if you want to, but it's not going to work out. I'll keep that up. It's kind of like we undid our mulligan, right? Drawing 2 lands is kind of bad. Chainsaw. Bro, I'm just gonna get it back. You know that, right? I told you I was gonna just get it back. Literally, he told you. He told you. Did you hear that MTGO is being a hot pile of dog crap again? So I guess they're like a pod deck. They seem good against pod. Torch probably less good. Do you want Kitty Cat? Kitty Cat or Destroy Evil? Which one's better against them? I'm trying to remember the Boommobile deck list. Kitty Cat's probably okay against them. Can't be that bad. Could do like something like this. Play 3 cats. Try this. Saw your first pre-ban request for Ugin. Yeah, I know. Look, it's a good card, but, you know, the pre-ban talk is just, I don't even know, man. I'm not trying to tell you it's a bad card. People will play it, and it is a powerful Magic card, but the pre-ban is just like, come on, dog. I'm new to the game. Will that new $50 pre-order bundle still be buyable after the set release, or is it pre-order only? Pre-order only, Lord Chudo. New Firebolt gets spoiled. Channeled Dragonfire. 1 red sorcery, deal 2 to any target, harmonize for 5 red. Like in the mono red deck, if you tap a Nemesis, it costs 4. So you can tap Nemesis and pay 4 mana to flash it back. I think it's good. I mean, not being an instant obviously is awkward, but I think it's still powerful. It definitely has potential. Yeah, so Harmonize is basically, you can flash it back from your graveyard. So the Harmonize is 5 red, right? So if I have a Screaming Nemesis in play, I can tap the Screaming Nemesis, which would reduce the cost by the power of the creature that I'm tapping. So in this case, it would reduce it by 3. Therefore, I would tap the Nemesis, pay 4 mana, and then I could flash it back. But I believe you don't have to tap a creature, right? You can just cast it for the full amount. Yeah. I mean, 7 is obviously a lot for a red deck, but I don't know. I like that card. I think it's like a very well-designed Harmonize / flashback card. Dude, that's the 3rd Lynx. This is the 2nd time this has happened. I know conspiracy theories and all that. You can't tell me that's not a bug. Like I don't know what to tell you, okay? It's very clearly a bug. Which one am I killing? I think I'm killing the Jewel. Because that gives them a lot of mana for repurposing Bay next turn. So, I'm surprised they didn't scry last turn. I think the new Anafenz is dope, but the new Anafenz is going to be a lot better once we don't have the Exile Sweepers. But I do like that card a lot. So far for me, in terms of cards that have been spoiled for Standard, the best one, I think by far, to me, is Elspeth. Elspeth seems like she's going to be really good. I can't double spell this turn, can I? That is really awkward, isn't it? So what is the one spell I should cast this turn? Kill the Boomobile, maybe? God, this feels bad. 6/6 crew 2. They may not be able to crew it. Could just Lynx. Just take 3. I could try and find a link for Elspeth. I was using magicspoiler.com, which should have all of them. I like how they brought back the ultimatums for special guests too. That's kind of cool. You my clarity. I am dead. All right, here is Elspeth Storm Slayer. I like this card a lot. The unfortunate part about Elspeth is it is pretty good commander bait because it has the text, if you would make tokens, make double that tokens instead. So she's also going to be insanely expensive because of the commander bait. But I do think that, at least from the cards spoiled so far, for my money, probably the best standard card that I've seen. Standard, not older formats, just standard specifically. We are not in a good spot here. I believe I have to kill the repurposing bay, which makes this even worse because then I can't double spell next turn. Maybe I should have kept that land. That is pretty cool. I didn't think about that, where the standard elf deck doesn't need to play like these weird Genesis Wave, Sirach, and Goreclaw stuff. You can just play Craterhoof. That is probably something I will be exploring, is standard elves with Craterhoof. I also wonder if there's like any weird Craterhoof. I wonder if there's any weird like Craterhoof plus Smuggler Surprise decks that you can play. There probably is. People kept saying the hoof and cage, but the reason that the cage payoffs are so good is you can cast them for 4 mana, and you can't ever cast hoof. So I don't think people will play hoof and cage. I agree. Yes, it is a better card than the white one that I can't remember the name of. What was the name of it? It's a better card than Moonshaker Cavalry, but not better enough. Now what? 1, 2. They only have 3 non-basics. I don't like this. I really do not like this. Kind of feels like they have a kill spell up. Land, sorcery, creature. It's 16. This is a tricky spot. Very, very tricky spot. Can't really attack either. I don't think we're in a good... do not think we are in a good place. I don't want to give him a card. What do I think of the new Ugin? I think it is going to be a good Magic card. You could even say very good. Definitely not broken or ban worthy, but a good Magic card nonetheless. The thing about Ugin is, yeah, it's good, but you can't just put it in the normal Eldrazi decks because you can't tap Eldrazi Temple to cast it. So I guess you probably go back to playing Tron in some fashion, maybe Eldrazi Tron. And then maybe you do like a more... Maybe you can play more of like a glaring Fleshraker build of Eldrazi Tron that plays Opal and Bauble and all these zeros anyways. So, could do that. Like similar to the deck that won the RC. Is that a Nexus of Becoming? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're going to look back at Streamer's statement and see it as foolish. I mean, I'll eat my words. I won't be eating any hats, but I will eat my words. What if I just go Inti and then copy Monument? It's 16. 6, 9, go to 7. Yeah, Dome them for 6. I've gone away and you know how. No! Dun, 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 dun. They're at 7. Hold. I mean, they've untapped with Repurposing Bay, which can't be good for me, but, you know. Replaced Hornlock Whale. Why would this replace Hornlock Whale? This doesn't even do the same thing. I mean, the reason you play Hornlock Whale is because you care about the 2-mana, you know, interactive spell, but this is a draw spell, you know. Different card. I do like the River Region. I think it's good, but 2 completely different cards. I will say the River Region is nice. I like that card. But there's definitely a different thing going on with that card compared to Whale. Yeah, also Whale does not rotate this year. Whale rotates in 2027, I think. You know what else rotates in 2027 that's in the same set as Hornlock Whale? Somebody redeem Beans, please. Bro's making a lot of 12 mana, huh? What are you going to do with 12 mana? Cast Enigma Jewel. Okay. You have 11 mana floating. What else you got? You got to have something else, right? Just make 12 mana concede. Oh, I forgot they could craft. What did they craft with? So now they can... They don't have enough mana, though, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they can make 15. That's still not enough, though, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 mana. Boomobile is -3. They can deal me 12. Oh, but they get to copy it. Right. Okay. I forgot they get to copy it. Cool. Game 3. All right, play first. Looks fine to me. Not perfect, but it's got 2, 3, 4. You have to admit, Ugin is at least a 9-mana card that they made cost 7 mana for no good reason. Do you think that Ugin should cost 9 mana? I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe it is. I could buy that. It does feel like maybe a card that could have cost at least 8. You know, like if you want to make it similar to the previous Ugin, like I think it costing 8 would have been fine. Cost 7 for a very specific reason. Because of what, Sanctum of Ugin? Is that why? Ooh, I forgot that I had that. Yeah, I'm doing that. Exile this, cast this, send for 5. You're gonna say full Tron. Well, yeah, I guess Tron's a reason too, sure. Ding 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 ding. Shimmelacrum Synthesizer. Can I die next turn? Surely not, right? Surely I can't die next turn, right? They go to 2. It would be very unfortunate if I died next turn. I just graveyard that. All right, kill me. They're not close. Well, if they go repurposing Bay, make a construct. Okay. So that's 12 mana. They're thinking, they're doing the calculations. Math. This is apparently what I do when I do math. I don't know where I was going with that, but all right. Sex mana in the pool. The Nexussy. That is not enough to survive on board. Right? Oh, it is. Because they can make an extra blocker. Right. Okay, hold on. Well, I guess we're doing this then. Okay, now they're dead, right? Because we can discard the Dragon Engine and then flash it back. No, because it gets tapped. They scooped anyways. I forgot the thing gets tapped. So it's the same amount of attackers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I still would have done that to try and draw 3 more cards, but discard on their end step, you drew the engine with Loran. Oh, right. I could have discarded on their end step, then untapped and okay, yeah. You're right. I don't know if we've played all of those matchups yet. I think we've played. Let me check Untapped. I think we've only played against red decks, and then that Boommobile deck that we just played against. I'm gonna check Untapped real quick though, because I forgot what we played against. So far, we are 4-0, and we have beaten red. Well, Convoke and the Boommobile deck. So 2 red decks, Convoke, and the pod deck. Well, that sure is awkward. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, obviously it's cast this. Debating on whether or not I want to discard Monument or Screaming Nemesis. I think it's more beneficial for me to discard this. And then next turn I can go Recommission, make a 4/4 Nemesis, and hold up Torch. I think this is better. I got a block. New Wastes art. Yo, that's sick. I still don't know if it's better than the retro, but it is pretty good. Cool. That was fun. All right. I'm at 7. Okay. Torch this asshole. Recommission. No attacks. No attacks. Absolutely zero. Wait, chill. I think we died. Beginning to think we may have died. Guess I'll attack now because I can block with Guardian. How do you even get that wastes? Is it like a secret layer thing? Yeah, I don't really understand this 2/2 attack. Just throwing that away for no value. Hmm. There's no way I can kill them, right? 4, 5, 6. Discard this, draw a card. It's only 9. So we have to just somehow hope they don't have any spells. Seems unlikely. I guess I can do it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cycle this now, try and find Torch. Then I can cycle on their turn to also try and find Torch. Oh my goodness. I mean, they definitely have another spell, right? 100%. Because they're getting a priority window. So you know they have another spell. It's not going to work. But that was sick. All right. I did all I could. All right? I did all I could. I'm getting really sick of playing against this fucking leyline deck. Joseph. I guess we can trim on helping hands. Maybe only 2 Lorans. 2 Loran, 2 destroyable. Yeah. All right, fine. At this point, I'd rather play against anything but Leyline, specifically Leyline of Resonance. Like, I do quite enjoy playing against the other red decks. I think there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of interesting decisions. But when your deck is 16 creatures and, 24 pump spells, like, there's nothing interesting about that. At least the other decks have Torch the Towers and Innkeeper's Talents and removal spells. Like, there's a game there, There's not a game here. At least it doesn't feel like there is, Dun, 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 dun. There's a game as long as you make sure to draw multiple removal spells before turn 2. Yeah. That is when you're allowed to play the game. If not, then, there's nothing going on here. If you attack, I'm blocking, I promise you. Behind. Ooh, they're scared. No attacks have been declared, huh? Opponent is scared. Need to find one of those Pyroclasms. Does not help. Your turn. Maybe they'll pump their creature enough to where I can destroy Evil Lip. Okay. What are people's real thoughts on the likelihood of standard bans? It's interesting because now that they've shown us that card that works with Up the Beanstalk, like that makes Up the Beanstalk even more broken than it already was, I would have told you that they would probably ban Up the Beanstalk. But given the fact that they just introduced the Pro Tour decks onto Arena and 3 of them have Up the Beanstalk, it seems less likely that that's going to happen. So, I don't know. It's weird. I can't remember the name of the card, but I think it's like Rakshasa's something or other. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, Rakshasa's Bargain. That card is fucked up. Absolutely fucked up. Yeah, the Sultai stock up. It's Sultai stock up, but you can play it in a 2-color deck, and it puts the cards in the graveyard. I could destroy evil the roll token, so I only take 14. Is that a good idea? I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like a good idea. All right, I'll take 16, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll take 16. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, it triggers Beanstalk, which is just so messed up. Okay, that helps, obviously. Question is, what do I target? This is kind of awkward. They have 1 card in hand, huh? I want to say I target the Guardian. So I put it on the Guardian, and then I exile the Heartfire Hero. Does it fizzle if you kill the target of Fling? It does, but Evil has to be toughness 4 or greater. It was only an 8/3. So I couldn't kill it with Destroy Evil. I could just let them block the Nemesis, I guess. The only issue with targeting Nemesis is I have to kill the face down, and I really want to kill the Heartfire. So I think I'm just going to do this. And also it means they can't kill the Guardian. Is it worth enlisting? Oh, yeah, it is, because I get more power, right? What's the text on enlist? This creature attacks, you may tap a non-attacking creature you control without summoning sickness. When you do, add its power to this creature's until end of turn. Okay, so I guess we enlist with the fear of missing out. Leave back Nemesis. Okay. Hold. Please hold. We go to 9. Hold. Your turn. Please don't kill me. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Chat, please spam hold. Do me a big favor and spam hold right now. Hold. God, we love no attacks. We love no attacks. Absolutely love no attacks. Enlist. Look, if the first 2 weren't good enough, I got a 3rd one for you. Just in case the first 2 were not good enough. Now, I still could easily die here, like from 18. If they have, like, what, Pump Spell Fling? Well, would Pump Spell Fling kill me? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 8. No, it's 13. Yeah, I think Pump Spell Fling is only 13. I could use the Ridgeline to make a Scamp bigger, but... Okay. Game 3. Let's do that again. I mean, I got 2 lands and a Pyroclasm. I gotta keep it. Okay. I don't think that's good. You'll have to get through Croakies to get to number 1? Nah. More like have to get through a Meowdic. Ooh, baby. Now we are talking. I'll take 3. I'll allow it. That's -3 for me. I accept. Now they have no more creatures. Oh, come on. You can't be doing that. That's not fair. The sussy pass. The old sussy pass. I'm still blocking if you attack. I promise. Damn. Guess they could like force the trade for the Ridgeline, maybe. I don't know. Maybe only attack with Ridgeline. Yo, they're in. Well, I guess I'll trade the Nemesis for both of these. So I end up taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go to 7. I guess I could have done it the other way and kept the Nemesis in play. But given that I have Recommission, I think this is also fine, right? Because now I could just Recommission the Nemesis as a 4/4. And then play Guardian. And then probably pass. And now that I have a 4/4 Nemesis, they can't even attack. Cycle some lands. Okay, that should be good enough, right? Lose 3. Yeah, I think I have enough here. And then I can go play second Monument. Discard land. Draw 2. And then we should be able to go discard here, make 2 treasures, use the 2 treasures, copy the monument, deal them 9. Oh, I guess I'm out of cards. Right? Oh, no. Well. Yeah, because if I discard this, I can draw 1, deal them 6. Yeah, they still die to the Nemesis, right? Yeah, I can draw, deal 6, then on their turn, draw 3, then deal them 9. So this should still be enough. 3, 3, draw. Yeah, and then that card is going to kill them on their turn, right? On their upkeep. Boop. 3, 3, 3. We'll see you next time. Shiny Secrets has tried their best, but it was not good enough. This hand is weird. Really weird. I kind of have to hit something good off the parlor for a recommission. We keep it. Well, that is land 3 and lets me go again, so I guess I'll keep that. Okay. Finally play against Domain. That's good. That helps. I mean, the fact that we have double Monument with the Dragon Engine is pretty good. Kind of depends on how many bindings they have. many Razor Verge Thickets were in Madness's deck? I know there was some number of them, but... Okay, weird. So I can recommission the engine, choose not to use the ability, and then Sheltered to kill the Overlord. That sounds pretty bad, though. I feel like I'm just better off playing Monument this turn, and then just popping off next turn. I think. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So maybe what I should do is torch the Zur, and then recommission, torch the Zur, play land, recommission the engine, and then use the ability try to find a second burn spell for the Zur. It looks weird, but yeah, I think that's my plan. I mean, we get to draw 5, so how much mana do I have? 4 if I make 2 treasures. So let's just draw 2. Dome them for 6, I think. Could have made 1 treasure to play the Nemesis, maybe. Okay, huge. I could actually fear of missing out if I want to, right? Make 2 treasures, which I think is better. Go here, do this, treasure, treasure, and then I use the torch and save the burst lightning. All right. I mean, good turn. I don't know if it's good enough, but it is a good turn. I do all that. They just play second Zur. Here, get a second combat step with Dragon Engine is not bad. Okay. How come only play 2 Inti? Inti sucks. I've been bored to get out every round. I kind of don't even want to play Inti in this deck. I think what I want to do is cut Inti for Bitter Reunion, because Bitter Reunion is a lot higher upside with fear of missing out, like giving haste to it. So I think I might consider doing that, as just replacing these with Bitter Reunions. It's like, it's a fine card, but I don't know, it's just kind of medium. Overlord. Okay, I think if I draw Guardian, they're dead. It's pretty good too. Okay, let's count. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 plus 6 is 16. Is there a way that I can discard on their turn? Five, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. No, I think I have Xaxes. I'm pretty sure I have Xaxes. Let me cook for a second, okay? So untap here. Discard this. Let me go draw. Dome for 3. Counter here. Attack. Discard here. Dome for 3. Draw. Counter there. This deck is wild, man. This deck is wild. I love how I said Inti sucks, and then immediately the next turn, exact kill for Xaxes with Inti. That was pretty funny. That was my favorite part of that game. Inti, that's a good clip. That's a good short, by the way. Just, you know, you see the clip of me saying Inti sucks, and then 15 seconds later, I'm attacking for lethal for Xaxes. And it had to be the Inti. The two counters from the Inti mattered a lot too. Okay, so domain. Let's do 4 Lynx, 3 Loran, 2 Evil. What are we cutting against them? Oh, the Sheltereds go. Maybe 1 Engine could also go. Maybe the Burst Lightning. Nah, 1 Engine's fine. Because we are boarding in more 3s. Oh, that's true. It did let me discard. That's a good point. So I guess it dealt 9, kind of. It kept 7. Surely this hand's bad, right? Yeah, this hand's gotta be bad. Just doesn't do anything. I mean, bro, you gotta chill the fuck out. I don't know, man. This is the content keep. Televan. I mean, look, the thing about this hand is it either works or it doesn't. There's no in between, you know. My Oculus. I just don't want to have. I don't want to add a third color to the deck, and I don't want to have uncastable cards. It's kind of the idea. I just want to keep it 2 colors, cleaner mana base. Yes, play those non-basic lands. Play as many non-basics as you would like. Play them all for I care, you know? I guess that does shut off Recommission, so it's not unreasonable. Well, unfortunately, I did not draw land, and that stinks. Okay. Draw 2. Can I please have a land next turn? Not Inspiring Vantage. It's not the worst. I have to kill the Overlord in case they play Zur this turn. Hold. I mean, let me tell you, if I ever draw land 4, you're in trouble. The question is, will we ever draw land 4? That's a tougher question to answer. Worth noting, my opponent has drawn 8 extra cards this game. Just wanna throw that out there. Only 8. Land me. Fucking hell, man. Surely this one's a land, right? Come on. Come on, man. Why do you do this to me? How many lands are in my deck? 23. Look, it ain't pretty, but I'm not even sure if killing the Rip was right. I just figured they have too many cards in hand, so killing one of these didn't matter. We can still win this game if we can draw a land next turn, maybe. Yeah, they probably have Binding for the Lynx, though. It's the problem. Can deck opponent with Loran? Well, the problem is I can't, because they're going to kill me with Zur before I deck them. Yeah, they definitely don't have a kill spell in their 12-card hand or whatever. I like your style. I like your optimism. I can appreciate that. Dude, fuck you. Come on, man. Do I even want to show them the Sunspine Lynx? I think I'm honestly better off just conceding. Like, I legitimately think I'm better off conceding. Because they obviously have a kill spell in hand. Where the fuck are you? Alright, now this is a hand that I'm talking about. Here there are people at parties, I'm good. What are people anyways? We have a fourth land? Holy shit. Beep. I'm gonna go to combat. Discard my Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I will be casting that one. Thank you very much. I think it's Lynx time. I think it's Lynx time. So maybe I discard. Wait, I can kind of pop off here, can I? Can I kill them? Surely not, right? Copy Monument, attack, discard, deal them 6. No, because then I can't make a treasure. Deal them 3, make a treasure, helping hand back engine. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. So I will go to combat. Discard Verge. And then I think I make a treasure. And then I can go Lynx and helping hand back the engine. Well, the Zur doesn't matter because they can't gain life. At least it doesn't matter this turn. I just deal them 3. Because they're going to Wrath me anyways, right? Yeah, I think I just deal them 3. Wish I could cast that, but... So they go to 6 off of this? And I mean, them being at 6 with the Monument in play is pretty insane, right? So they kind of need to have a Wrath. Also, if I draw an untapped land, I can go Gardens, copy Monument, and then Helping Hand Engine, and that just kills them. Okay, that's not good enough. That is most certainly not good enough. Maybe good enough if they can find Binding. They did not find Binding. Easy. Absolutely farmed, Domain player.